The use of physical barriers such as fences and moats are very common zoo safety measures intended to keep the animals in and people out. In more recent years, however, zoos have also turned to use of safety glass, similar to bulletproof glass, to provide visitors an uninterrupted view of the animals and even higher level of security. While we may feel pretty safe watching animals in their enclosures, and we tend to depend on glass for everything, sometimes the glass isn't as strong as we think. From incidents of animals in the zoo smashing through the pane to shark tanks that surprisingly explode in a mall, here are 5 incidents when the glass wasn't strong enough. So watch this video till the very end to find out. Number 5. Gorilla at Omaha Zoo cracks enclosure glass. A family trip to a Nebraska zoo turned terrifying for one family after the gorilla they were looking at leaped toward the exhibit window, cracking it. The viral video showed Cogito, a 20-year-old western lowland gorilla, charging the glass of his enclosure and cracking the pane. Mechanic Kevin Cave, the videographer behind the famous 12-second clip, told the Omaha World Herald that when his family first arrived at Omaha's Henry Dorley Zoo gorilla exhibit, he noticed one of the gorillas had a cut below his eye that was bleeding a little bit. He also overheard a couple of zookeepers say that the gorilla had been fighting with another one before the incident. Zoo officials said in a news release that the public was never in danger, even with the crack, because each layer of glass is half an inch thick. Dan Cassidy, the zoo's general curator, said that Cogito may have been looking to get a reaction from the zoo visitors, but was most likely exhibiting typical gorilla behavior. Cassidy added that the group of male gorillas is known to have occasional skirmishes and show how tough they are by pounding on the wall and the windows. Number 4. Polar bear at Rotterdam Zoo shatters enclosure's glass with brick. 2 tourists were caught by surprise at Rotterdam Zoo when a polar bear almost shatters a submerged pane of glass in his enclosure with a brick. Cameras were rolling as the 2 visitors were admiring the magnificent creature swimming around when the rock appears out of nowhere. Luckily for the men, the pane separating them from the polar bear's pool was strong enough not to shatter. The polar bear, named Vix, is known among the staff at the zoo for playing with rocks and have said that they doubt it was a desperate bid for freedom, but rather an unfortunate accident which happened while Vix was playing. It may have been a stunt by the young and playful bear to get back into the limelight, because back when he was born in December 2010, he became a national celebrity as 420,000 people watched the early months of his life on a webcam feed in his darkened maternity den. While the glass is repaired, Vix has been relocated to a different pen. Staff at Rotterdam then assured visitors that it is completely safe to visit the polar bear enclosure after the incident. Number 3. Capuchin Monkey sharpens rock and smashes glass enclosure at a China zoo. Primates, as we all know, have almost the same human intelligence when it comes to the ability to use tools. A video released by the Zhengzhou Zoo in Henan Province shows a monkey using a rock to shatter the glass barrier of its enclosure. While it's not clear if anything had triggered the animal's actions, the zoo resident, Colombian white-faced Capuchin, could be seen standing near the glass wall, holding the big rock with both hands, before it started to repeatedly hit the glass with a sharpened object. According to the tourists who saw the incident, the monkey was sharpening the stone. Then it started hitting it on the glass. As seen in the clip, the Capuchin seemed just as surprised as everyone else when the glass shattered. It jumped and fled, then returned to take another look and even touched it. A zoo staff member told local media that the Capuchin is known by employees because, unlike other monkeys at the zoo, it's smart enough to know how to use tools. And that wasn't the first time the monkey had used a sharpened rock as a tool. It had previously used the same tool to open walnuts instead of his teeth. The reinforced glass wall did not fall after it shattered in place, and the animal remains in his enclosure at the zoo, minus the rocks that were previously in his habitat, which were removed after the incident. Number 2. Deer crashes through front window of Pennsylvania barbershop. The owner of a Pennsylvania barbershop said she was startled when she arrived for work to find a front window shattered and a deer wandering in her barbershop. Jennifer Brady, owner of JB's Barbershop in Dowington, said surveillance cameras showed that the animal crashed through one of the glass windows at around 5 a.m. When Brady arrived 4 hours later, it was still there. The animal at first struggled to gain a grip on the polished wood floors as it tripped over itself, attempting to recover from the headbanger it had just experienced. The buck tried to leave through the front door, but soon realized there was no way out. Instead, the animal discovered its reflection in the barbershop mirrors and repeatedly tried to attack it. The deer's attempts only made more of a mess and confusion, and then before Brady knew it, the deer jumped out of the broken window and vanished. The deer did make quite a mess in her shop, and Brady had to call her customers and explain why she had to reschedule their appointments. Number 1. Shark tank explodes in shopping center in Shanghai, China. Generally, when you hear Shark Tank breaks, your first concern would be for any human in the area, but in this case, it's the sharks that didn't survive. CCTV footage at the Orient Mall has captured the terrifying moment a 33-ton shark tank exploded. Seconds before it explodes, 4 people are shown standing meters away from the tank, one of them taking a photo. Almost 23 feet wide and 10 feet tall, the acrylic glass wall of the tank was almost 6 inches thick to withstand the pressure of its contents and was maintained regularly every week. Shoppers in the mall were showered with glass when the aquarium shattered, sending sharks and fish out. 3 lemon sharks and dozens of turtles and small fish were killed in the incident, while 15 people were injured. 8 were customers, while the other 7 were employees of the mall, including shop workers and security personnel. Officials investigate that low temperatures in Shanghai, combined with shoddy building materials, made the shark tank suddenly rupture. It was reported that it wasn't the first time the display has been damaged, because earlier in the same year, a water pipe in the tank broke, also killing 2 sharks. The shopping center said it had no plans to rebuild the aquarium, which had become a popular attraction. Well, it's probably a good idea because malls are definitely not the best places for sharks. So there you have it, 5 times the glass wasn't strong enough. Now it's time for you to tell us which one of these incidents has fascinated you the most. Sound off in that little box called the comment section. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.